Welcome back to Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game where the Bright Wizard and the Warrior Priest are going down in flame by the look of it. One correction from last time. The Bright Wizard was empowered when she used Fireball, and so Fireball I had exhausted for some reason. I think I had thought I wasn't empowered, so Fireball is not exhausted anymore. And we are going to be beginning with the Bright Wizard. She's the first player. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what she's going to do. And I think she is actually going to use the unexhausted Fireball. So let's go down and take a look. We are in such big trouble. We only have 7 hit points left each. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do Fireball. So I will exhaust it now because we're not empowered. I'm also going to use the Magic Scroll. And I want to do as much damage as possible. It says you may engage one enemy. Not going to do that, but we are going to use the Magic Scroll. You may deplete this card before your attack. Action to target one additional enemy and apply 2 successes. This becomes a ranged attack, which we're going to do. So we're going to be able to target 2 enemies anywhere. I've been doing ranged slightly wrong. And we're going to get 2 successes to begin with. And what I'm going to do with those 2 successes is we're going to go ahead and we're going to attack the Jezzail teams up in the shadows. So we get 2 automatic successes, and I'm going to put that onto the Elite 1. So I'm going to do that now, sort of off screen here. That's going to negate all of its armor. If we can do 2 damage, we can kill it. It's a very nasty one. We're going to have to be rolling 2 black dice though. So we are going to be rolling 2 white dice. And we're going to be rolling 2 black dice for Fireball. Let's get to the dice tray and hope we have some good luck. Dice tray time. 2 white, 2 black. Oh man, let's hope we do something good. And wow. Ah, that is actually just what I was kind of looking for. Although I'd like more attacks. We got nothing on the black dice, and we got 2 successes, which is exactly what we need to take out the elite, the elite Jezzail team. So let's go ahead and do that. Yay! So we had a slight bit of luck there. We had already put our 2 successes from the Magic Scroll onto the Jezzail team. It has 2 armor, so that negates it. It has 1 wound on it. It's going to have 2 more wounds for 3. That's a total of 3 damage, and that is going to get rid of this card, which was doing 3 damage to us every turn. So now we just have 1 Jezzail team in the shadows, which is bad enough. Alright, that was the Bright Wizard's turn. Up next is going to be the Warrior Priest. Alright, and the Warrior Priest is going to do battle prayers. Because what my plan is, I think right now, is we want to explore as much as possible, because we still have a legendary item out there that we haven't found yet, and that would be extremely good to have going into the next quest, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to survive this one. So we are going to do battle prayers. Of course, it won't exhaust because it's the refresh card. It says you may exhaust 1 non-nemesis enemy engaged with you. We're going to exhaust the giant wolf because he does the most damage. And then we get to rest. So we're going to be rolling 1 white die, 1 black die. Let's go to the dice tray, roll them up. Okay, 1 white, 1 black. Come on. We need a starburst symbol about 12 times in a row. And we get, yeah, this is bad. We get 2 successes and a claw, and I'll show you why that's bad here in a second. Alright, we're back to the Warrior Priest. Alright, I knew I had a method to my madness. The reason we were doing the rest action is because we wanted to get rid of the sickened ability. And the sickened ability says, before your rest action, discard this card. So, the Warrior Priest no longer sickened. However, he's still bleeding, which is not good. So we did get 1 attack from the Rat Swarm. It's the only active enemy, doing 1 damage. So, yeah, the 1 damage, not good. However, we had 2 successes, so we will be able to rest and get 2 health back. So the net effect is we actually healed 1 for all of that. And then it says choose 1 hero. That hero becomes empowered. We are going to empower the Bright Wizard. So the Bright Wizard will be empowered. Now the unfortunate thing is that's the end of our battle prayers, and then we ready all of our actions, which is good, but we are bleeding. So after another hero aids you, well, not happening, we're going to take a wound here. So we take a wound. So we're basically back to exactly where we were. But we did get to refresh all our abilities. We did get to empower the Bright Wizard, which is now back to the Bright Wizard's turn. I had no success tokens, so I haven't been able to use my shield, because you have to remove a success token from somewhere to block 2 damage from the shield. Hasn't happened yet. May never happen in this playthrough. So now let's go back to the Bright Wizard. They get another action, and I have another slight correction for them as well. Alright, and of course I forgot about the Warhammer. The Warhammer says, after your attack action, you may choose one non-nemesis enemy engaged with you, exhaust that enemy. Well, obviously I want to do that. We're going to exhaust the giant wolf. Again, it does the most damage. We are heavily damaged and struggling to do anything to win the game. Alright, we are empowered. We are going to use the burning head. It's not going to exhaust. Because we're empowered, we get 1 automatic success and a shield. So we're automatically going to block the gutter runner no matter what happens because of the shield from empowered. I'm just going to leave the empowered card on the gutter runner. To indicate that, we do get 1 success though, so I'm going to take this, and this is going to apply immediately to the location because we're doing an explore action. So we're going to be rolling 2 white dice, 1 black die for the 1 engaged enemy. Alright, let's get the dice tray, roll them up. Okay, we are rolling 2 white dice. We are rolling 1 black die, and we already have 1 success. This is to explore the location. Let us see what we can do. And, okay, that's pretty good. So we're going to block the 1 attack. Damn it, but we only get 1 success. So we're going to be putting 1 success on the location, and we're going to be taking basically no damage because of the empowered, and we also got a shield, so the empowered is going to go away. We're not going to exhaust burning head though because of the empowered card. Let's go ahead and put that 1 extra success on the location, which means we're going to have a total of 2. Okay, so we had the 1 success already for being empowered, and we have the 1 success from the die. That's a total of 2. That's a long way from the 7 we need for the location, but it is what it is. So we didn't exhaust Burning Head. Of course, the next thing it says in Burning Head, which is the Explore card, is draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. So let's go ahead and do that one. Alright, so we're on to draw and resolve a dungeon card. Let's hope it has the gold coin symbol so we can get a gear. Of course it does not. It's a little nudge. A stone column appears ready to fall. The slightest provocation. Perhaps you could use this to your advantage. You may exhaust 1 action to choose 1 enemy in that... Wow! You may exhaust 1 action to choose an enemy in the shadows. That enemy suffers 2 wounds. And that's wounds. That's not anything to do with their defense. This is awesome. This can let us kill the second Azazel team. You may exhaust an action. So you know what? We are going to exhaust Fan the Flames. Fan the Flames is exhausted. We're putting 2 wounds on this one. That's going to kill it. Wow, that is actually very fortunate. We don't get to have a gear card, but we do get to annihilate the Azazel team, which, wow, that gets rid of that. That was very fortuitous. All right, and of course, this Burning Head is our refresh card anyway. And it says you may suffer up to 3 wounds to claim a success for each wound suffered. Not going to do it. We're damaged a lot. Ready all of your actions. So once again, that worked out in logistic fashion perfectly. Our Bright Wizard now has no exhausted actions. We got rid of both of the Azazel teams in the shadows, which were very nasty. Didn't put much on the fungal patch. Now we go for the final action, back to our Warrior Priest. Okay, I think for the last action we are also going to use the Explore action for the Warrior Priest. So we're going to go ahead and exhaust it, but let's follow the card. Explore, 2 white dice, 1 black die. So the first thing we'll do, let's get rolling the dice. And let's not forget that we have bleeding for warrior priest, which is not good. But let's do the explorer. Roll 2 white dice, 1 black one, see what we get. Okay, 2 white. Let's choose this black one. Give them a good shake. And what do we get? Okay, we get an attack. We get 1 success and a starburst, which is going to give us a success. We have to re-roll it. Come on, let's see that star symbol about 8 more times. Wow, we got another one. Okay, this is actually pretty good, and let's keep going. That's 2. Come on, and another success. So we have a total of 2, 3, 4 successes and 1 attack. Wow, that was much better than I thought. So let's, we're going to be applying 4 successes to the location. We have to process the 1 attack. Okay, so we have to process the 1 attack, and that's against the rat swarm, because it's the only active one. It's going to do us 1 damage. Yeah, dangerously close to going down. But now let's put our 4 successes on the location. All right, so the location, we got 2 success tokens from the exploding die, and 2 more from the dice. It's a total of 4. So instead of having 2 successes here, we're going to have 6, 1 away from changing locations. Still, that was a pretty worthy exploration, but we're not done with that card yet, because now we get to draw and resolve a dungeon card. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we're going to resolve a dungeon card for the warrior priest. Come on, gold coin symbol. Yes. So we are going to get a gear card, and it's back to the warp stone. A green crystal lies under a small pile of stones, pushing sickly light. As you draw near, you grow weary, and wounds suffer long ago been, and you become sickened, and may exhaust 1 action. So we are going to do that. I don't want to, but we are going to do it. We're going to become sickened. We're going to exhaust 1 action. I guess we're going to exhaust the aid action. Yeah, because I want to leave Righteous Fury so we can do some damage. If you do not shuffle this card into the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck. So this is going to get shuffled in at the end of the turn, but we do get a gear card. So the all-important gear card, and of course our warrior priest, bright wizard can both carry 2 gear. What did we get? Damn it! It's a melee weapon. It's not our legendary item. During your attack action, if all of the target enemies are engaged with you, you may discard 1 success token to apply either 1 success or 2 shield. Ooh, that's pretty good, because that brings us to the next part of the Path of Redemption card. Choose 1 hero. That hero claims a success token. Yes, I think we will. So we're going to claim a success token. We're going to put it on Righteous Fury. So at least we have a success token, so we can activate either now the wooden shield or the parrying dagger. And that's the end of our Bright Wizard's, our Warrior Priest's 4th and final action for the round. However, we are bleeding. Damn it. Which means, yep, we get a wound, which takes us up to 20 wounds of 25 health. Going down. We got to find that legendary item. Damn it. We haven't been able to. And I forgot, we just discarded the warp stone, which means this token goes back 2 spaces, which I forgot the other video, but now I remembered it. Excellent. So not horrible. And now we transition into the enemy phase, and I think the enemy phase is not going to be quite as painful as I thought it was going to be. So starting in the enemy phase, we're going to start with the Bright Wizard, then we're going to go over to the Warrior Priest. Alright, so for the Bright Wizard, they have 1 non-exhausted enemy engaged with them, so we'll exhaust it, but it's going to inflict. I'm going to give her 1 damage, so up to 16 damage, not good. And then it's skirmish, damn it. If this enemy is engaged with you, become bleeding. Well, why not? Let's get bleeding. So the Bright Wizard is now bleeding. Damn it, that's not good. And then it's scurry. If this enemy is engaged with you, it retreats. Otherwise, it engages you. So it's going to retreat back to the shadows, which might be okay, because if we can change locations the next round, then we'll leave that one behind. That's the Bright Wizard. There's only 1 active enemy left now, and that's with the Warrior Priest, so let's go ahead and process that one. And very simply, we have the Rat Swarm, which is the only enemy left that's active. It's going to advance. It's already here. It's going to inflict 1 damage. Wow. Up to way too much damage. 18, 21, 4 health left on the warrior priest, which is pretty incredible because I didn't think we were even going to make it through this round, but we somehow managed to. We got rid of those 2 Jezzail teams. Wow, that was really fortuitous to get rid of them because they are brutal. That's the end of the enemy phase, so all enemies then will refresh because that's what they do. And from there we go on to the location phase, which is not good. We have 6 exploration on it out of 7, which means we're not going to move on. Do we have any start of effect? No, we don't have any. Are we moving locations? No, we're not. But we have an end of effect. At the end of the location phase, the party leader, which is the Bright Wizard, rolls an enemy die on a claw. She becomes sickened. Damn it, already bleeding. So the warrior priest is bleeding and sickened. The Bright Wizard is only bleeding, but if she rolls a claw here, she's also going to be sickened. Let's go to the dice tray and hope we don't roll a claw. All right, anything but a claw. It's a 50-50 chance. There's 3 claw symbols on the die. Come on, no claw. We get the Nemesis die effect, which does not take effect right now because we're just rolling the die for that effect on the location. At the end of the location phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy die on a claw. He becomes sickened. So we didn't become sickened, so at least that's something. And now we go to the peril phase. And we're at the lovely peril phase. We've managed to stay in the green, which is still not great. So we're gonna move once. And it says that the billowing green smoke bites at your lungs. Every breath is pain. Distribute 2 wounds among the party. Wow, we're going to give those 2 wounds to the Bright Wizard, taking her to 18 damage. She has 4 health left. The warrior priest has 4 health left. Not looking good. And now we are going to, after the warpstone is discarded, the party, after the party travels, the warpstone has been discarded. Shuffle it into the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck. We haven't traveled, so we're not going to shuffle the warpstone into the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck. When we change locations, we will. So we're going to back out. We're going to wrap up the episode for today. Well, I can't say we're doing well, but we did better this episode than I thought we were going to. So when we start the next episode, of course, the first player will then be the warrior priest. So we'll set him up for that. They only have 4 health left each. Not good. We only have 4 enemies left on the board. We're almost changing location. We're very likely going to change location next episode. If we survive, wow, things are not looking good. Those bleeding cards have been hammering us. And of course, every time the peril tracker moves, we just keep getting wounds. We don't seem to be getting through locations fast enough. Like I said, I'm trying desperately to do as much exploration as possible so we can grab some gear cards and hopefully find the 1 legendary item that's in there that may help us in future quests, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to pass this one. So anyway, thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. We're doing Quest 2, Tracing the Toxicant, getting a bit hammered down, but there's always hope. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next round.